Hello everyone, this is Boltrook, and this will be my guide on Berserkering. First of all, this is the lovely costume you get when you master all the talents and abilities for the Berserker class. It's a nice armor with a tabard. So if you like that, then there's some motivation for playing the Berserker. Let me show you a little gameplay on how you get things done. Like this, a little of this, maybe some of that. You can hit this destructive wave attack as many times as you like, and it also puts a debuff on them, increasing the damage of your other attacks. Right. So right now we're still fighting the mechanoids. Second wave. So, if we were to look at this group here, we might make sure we use our impulse charge for our whirlwind here, and some of that, some of this. So these fellows are grouped together quite nicely. The whirlwind also has the added benefit of sucking in enemies, which is a useful grouping ability. Or when you're in a party, grouping together mobs is very advantageous. So let me go over a few of the Berserker's abilities. There's the Ascension Atlas. Here we have basic combo attacks. Your first one is a stun. Single target stun. And then the third one is kind of an AoE slash. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage. And third one is Fracture. Consumes Rage, but is your highest damaging combo. Then Crushing Throw restores Rage. Doesn't quite do as much damage as Fracture. Then your right click is Destructive Strike, but if you hold it down, you get that wave. So your one ability is Firestorm or Whirlwind. I tried out Tornado. It's kind of interesting, but not as much utility as Tornado. Kind of pushes people away and stuns them with Tornado, and only does a lot of damage if you hit a lot of targets. It kind of shoots them out in front of you. And you can get a talent so where it shoots 4 tornadoes, but I didn't find it as useful. but still not terrible. Then second is leap. That's your mobility in closing the gap. And crippling blow is a stun and damage that doesn't cost any resources, so you can throw that off anytime you're low on rage or you need to stun the enemy. 4 is tectonic blast. You can also get this flash of rage, but either of these are kind of not their best ability. Not really high damage, not really fast. This flash of rage is pretty good damage, but you have to hold down the button for quite a while. So you could probably have pulled off a lot of other moves to do the AoE damage. You need more destructive waves. Probably even be preferable to these abilities. Now Z is the battle frenzy. This is the damage mitigation. It also makes you move faster for a while. I have the talent that makes it cost no fury, no rage, so it's useful in many situations, dodging attacks, absorbing attacks. You will receive 70% of your damage back to your life. C ability is Thirst for Battle. It's kind of a damage burst buff right before you pull off all your big damage moves. You pop this for 40% extra. Pretty nice. And their ultimate is Gladiator. It's just a spammable attack, kind of a high damage single target combo. Pretty situational. There are even some times when you'll just do more damage with a fracture or some other move, but this can be useful. And then Carnage is the finisher, which will restore some rage. The talents I've chosen are Experienced Fighter, which is very good. It increases your attack speed of your basic combo attacks, and they do more damage. Pain Shock inflicts slow on people who are hit by your destructive wave. Tenacity removes the fury cost of Battle Frenzy. Wounded Beast increases damage of Crippling Blow, and even more so if you're low on health. Firm Grip increases Firestorm's duration by 2 times. Firestorm is kind of your upgraded Whirlwind. Every 50 seconds your Whirlwind will be better, and this will make it last 2 times as long, so not bad. I also took Crusher, which is the PvP damage ability. There's not a lot of other important talents. Then there's a Destructive Wave crit damage, and increases the crit chance of Destructive Wave by 10% every time it doesn't crit, and increases damage, so that's one of my main attacks. So I got that, and Call of Rage increases critical hit chance by 25% when you use Thirst for Battle. That's kind of my generic Berserker build. Gets the job done. Let me show you damage rotation on this boss. The third attack of your basic combo will activate impulse charges. Hornet, I like to save my Thirst for Battle for right here. I've got to keep this damage debuff up on him. Those and maybe those. That should do it. Now also, if you want to look at my symbols, I have a max of 15 now with all the classes I've mastered. Next one I'm going for is Knight. I find that Knight is almost required for all endgame content, so I might as well be able to be a Knight as well. Paladin just quite doesn't cut it on some of the high-end stuff, so Knight it is. I have maximum recoil and ultimate strength. Pain shock, paralyzing shock. That's the little lightning blast that I get every 20 seconds. It's pretty nice, does extra damage and a stun. So good in all situations, makes you feel pretty cool to shoot lightning at people. I took double discharge because I'm kind of a impulse charge build. I have Element's Surprise at level 3 for 36% more damage for the first 8 seconds of a fight. So I try to pull off as much as I can in that first 8 seconds. Get things done faster. Painful Spasms for damage equal to 200% of my spirit when the impulse charge goes off. Lacerating Wound for the extra damage on crits. I have Impulse Barrier, which I'm kind of debating. I have it at level 2, so it's 6% every time an impulse charge goes off. It's sometimes not noticeable, but it's still one of the better defensive talents for my build. And I have Impact, critical hits, stun enemies for 2 seconds. It's good against normal trash mobs, big waves, invasions, that sort of thing. Then my class talents, I have the Paladin Divine Intervention, the Strength Serum from Alchemist, Gravitational Perturbation from the Kinetic, Cold Calculation from Archer, and Shroud of Light from the Light Binder. All good class skills. They help quite a bit. Then for my equipment, I took the chainsword that does more damage with Fracture, and the chain that does more damage with impulse charges on Whirlwind. So that works well with my impulse build. And it also does extra damage with Tectonic Blast, but I rarely do that. And then my amulets do Destructive Wave and maybe Furiously Crushing Throw. It's the normal basic attack. Not really great amulets right now. And my rings are basically Strength, Luck, and some Spirit. So I've just been taking what upgrades I can from those 3 abilities. So I've got pretty good critical chance, discharge recovery, accuracy's a little bit there. I do pretty well in most PvE situations with this build. PvP is not bad either. And there you have it. Kind of like this armor. I think the armor for the knight's pretty cool too. It's more of a dark armor sort of motif. I have the halo from the god form. It's all pretty fun. So there you have it. If you have any questions or comments about the Berserker, please leave them in the comment below. If you like this video, give me a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more.